Hi everybody, I'm DJ Foster here on Thursday, November 10th at Grand Valley State football practice as the Lakers prepare for the Battle of the Valleys this Saturday afternoon against Saginaw Valley State at 1 o'clock here at Lubbers Stadium. Before we get to Saginaw Valley State, Mitch, let's talk about Northwood a little bit. A 35-10 win puts you at your sixth straight win, so you're now 7-3 on the year. I'm sure there was no worry about your guys staying focused for that game, but Northwood is 2-7. There was probably thought you were just going to roll right over them, and obviously players could have been looking ahead to the Saginaw Valley State game this week, but they didn't. They shut down the Woodbone offense, regardless of who was at quarterback, because Shavers was obviously out. But what were your kind of overall impressions of the game?
I thought we got off to a great start. I thought our kids were focused. I think they were excited to play football. And we played well in all three facets. You look at the stops we got in the first half and how we held them down. We blocked a punt, which set up field position, and Heath probably had 4 touchdown passes. So not much to complain about up until halftime. At halftime, I was really disappointed that we didn't get a chance to extend our lead and get a few more guys that hadn't maybe seen as much action in there. Made some substitutions on the defensive side of the ball, but really didn't make many substitutions on the offensive side of the ball because we didn't have that many possessions. So if I have one complaint coming out of the thing was too many self-inflicted penalties and just us not capitalizing on our effort in the first half in order to get some other younger guys in the game.
With one game left in the regular season, you and I have talked a lot this year. We've talked about Heath Parling, Charles Johnson, Andre Thomas, Javon Augustus. Who are some of the guys that maybe at the beginning of the year you weren't expecting to be as good? We knew the guys I just mentioned were going to have good years. We were hoping, obviously. Who are some of the guys that have kind of been unsung heroes throughout the year?
I think I've obviously told you a lot about Israel Wolfork if people listen to the press conference and stuff. He's a guy that we knew could do that, but doesn't get many statistical mentions, and it just really has been the heart and soul of our team. I thought Tyler Moran, when we didn't really know who was going to be our right tackle mid-June, stepped in and has done a great job at right tackle. He's been working with Ian Evans, a senior, on that right side, and we've really done a good job running the ball and protecting Heath. So definitely I think those guys, on that side of the ball. On our side of the ball, Hunter Sharneski's been quietly having a pretty productive year and has really been playing well.
I think he's a fan favorite too with his gyrations.
No doubt.
And
he's excited to play football. There's no doubt about it.
He's a fun guy to watch. Looking ahead to Saginaw Valley State on Saturday, you've been around this rivalry for a while. Grand Valley State's won 7 straight. You lead the overall series 29-10, but it's still such a heated rivalry. It's a fun rivalry to be around. What do you think makes it such a good rivalry for fans and players alike?
I think just the history of the two schools both being state institutions. I think the fact that when you look at their rosters, they're mainly comprised of kids from the state of Michigan, and so I think you get a lot more community support. There's a lot more people that know the athletes that are involved in the game, and consequently you get more fan support, and it adds things. There's been a lot of our guys on our roster that have played guys on their roster, whether in high school or have maybe teammates, been in the same high school, things like that. So I think all those things kind of play a factor in the whole rivalry. It's just there's a lot more recognition between the two schools.
Saginaw Valley State's 7-2, fighting for a playoff berth. You're 7-3, still hoping for your chance to get in the playoffs if that comes. There's lots of storylines this weekend. It'll be the last game at Lubbers on the grass, final regular season home game. One of the big things is Senior Day, obviously. You've got a great group of seniors. Talk a little bit about that class.
Well, on the defensive side of the ball, there's not a ton of them. There's only really 3 that have played, but all 3 have had a pretty big impact. Since we've got Zach Breenbrack, we've been undefeated. So, and then Andres, I've talked about him and what he's mean to the team, and Brad Howard. So on the offensive side of the ball, we've just had some really steady leadership and some guys that have really productive careers. So these guys have, we had the 3-game losing streak, and there was a lot of, a lot of people around probably wondering about things and how things are going with our program. Our seniors really stepped up and have been leaders through the 6-game win streak, and the legacy of our program moving forward, I think I challenge them will be resting about how they approach things. So I told them they got one more chance again to finish the season off the right way, and as we head into 2012, we'll look back at what these seniors have done towards the end of the season and look back upon their efforts.
When we look at it going ahead, Heath Parling is your quarterback. He's number 1 in the country in pass efficiency. Jonathan Jennings is Saginaw's quarterback. He's number 2 in pass efficiency. Talk just about the fact that we're going to see some probably pretty good quarterback play this weekend, and just kind of give us a little preview of Saginaw's offense.
And both kids are having great years. Both are sophomores. Jennings got a little bit of time last year as a freshman, as a starter. Heath is obviously, this is his first year starting, so what they've been able to do with both teams has been pretty remarkable. I think, our style of play is a little bit more run the ball and throw the ball down the field, and so we've got a lot more touchdowns, a lot lot more big chunk plays. Heath does just because of the nature of offense. Jennings, they'll score some big plays too, but he has a higher completion percentage and gets a few more yards because of the nature of what they do. They try to get the ball into space with their athletes. So even though they're 1-2 in the nation in the quarterback efficiency, the way that they're going about it and how they're doing it has been different, for both those kids. So both very explosive offenses. I think both defenses are going to have a stiff challenge in front of them, just trying to hopefully get stops and slow each other down.
It's the Battle of the Valleys this Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Different from the normal 7 o'clock game time as Grand Valley State and Saginaw Valley State meet at Lubbers Stadium. Mitch, best of luck this weekend.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for joining us here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.